Hi folks, Dave the man from the East here. I think there's a couple things I need to just go over about this cross. Um, I don't think I really explained it well enough in the other videos because I was putting everything together, and I should have actually explained this cross a little bit more. Um, the reason being, I'm telling you that's where the treasure chest is, or was, until Jack grabbed it. It's the correlation with this, when you finally work your way through all the clues and you come down quickly down the hill across the parking lot and Terry Scant across the parking lot, Marvel Gaze with Palisade Cell, and you see that cross, the Kent and Esther. Now, I didn't really hit on it a lot like I should have, and I think maybe people are missing this a little bit because I've asked you a challenge. I'm going to give you a little bit more explanation on that cross. The Kent and the Esther. All right, I did it briefly. Forrest had mentioned about his Vietnam stories when he talked about, I'm going to just read the quote to you. And it took me to another dimension in my mind, a place I would not visit again until the grave marker entered into my life. Years later, I would meld these thoughts into one, the sum of which would change my life. I'm coming to that. Okay, he's talking about melding the thoughts together. Well, on that cross, you take Kent, you take Esther, you meld the names together. Okay? But Ken has a nickname. Kent has a nickname, Ken. So Ken and Esther are the names. You meld them together. People were saying that there was an androgynous name. Like whoever was closest to the treasure had an androgynous name. Androgynous means male, female. I know I touched on it quick before, but it's a male and female qualities put together. A name that could be either a male or a female, but it's also together. So when he's talking about melding with the grave marker, he's talking about taking those two names and putting them together. Ken, Esther. As I said quickly, Michael Hunt. Those of you know it, you know it. But Ken Esther, he says, if you don't have the first clue nailed down, you might as well stay home and play canasta. A lot of people don't get the canasta. Like I said, I'm from Boston. Other people up this way talk that way. And not that he knew somebody out this way was going to find it, but the correlation is huge. So you meld the names together. Okay, and this might help you with the last thing, the main clue that nobody knows, or the hint that nobody knows about. This is where it's magic, folks. I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you everything. You just need to figure out how he says that other hint that I put out in that last video. But the Ken, Esther, you meld them together, and I will put up a couple pictures at the end to show you how I did it. But that's where the magic is. So that's all I wanted to touch base on. I figured out that you had to do that with that cross. And that's why with that cross sitting right there when you drive in the parking lot, it's tricky, but you could figure it out, right? If you took those names, and I actually went up to the Vietnam memorial and I looked around all the graves to find a Kent and Esther or somebody with some type of name like that. Nothing up there. It's not. The hint that he gives out years ago at Collected Bookworks lines up with this. So that will help people. But when you see the correlation and you finally get it, and you people will get it. Some of you won't. I know, like, it's already happened, but there are people working on it. So I'm giving you this cross explanation to try to help a little bit. But you have to meld those names together to realize he's talking about canasta. and you can say it over. I've been picked on about saying it a couple times. Oh, it's not gonna change that it's not it, but it is it. And the other clue, there's a correlation there. The way he words that hint that I ask you to check on, this is where people are going to start having that turning point. And like I said, when you see it, just tell me. Put it out there that you see that this is the end of Forrest's rainbow. His hidden treasure, where he hid it. 90 years old, he's not going up to the fire pit, 500 feet. That's literally where the end of his rainbow was. But if you're starting to get it, look at the other videos. I'm sorry I'm long-winded sometimes trying to explain it, and I don't do a good job. I called video 4, video 3 when I started it. I was tired. I was doing a whole bunch at the same time. But this one right here, the canasta, that's huge. And I should have touched on it more in that video, but I did. I tried to get a whole bunch of stuff in. So that melding there, the pictures I'm going to show you after this video, I'm going to add them in. I'm going to download it tonight. It'll probably be nice and early Saturday morning, and I will start getting the feedback. Probably positive, some negative, but really think about what he says in that hint about that last video I told you. I'm not going to put it on this one because you know what it is. Just look at it and figure it out. But look at the way that he says it, and let me know what you think. I hope you've enjoyed watching my videos. Sorry, I had a couple of beers at the ale house up the street. I hope you've enjoyed my videos. Keep watching. Watch the responses. Give your own response. Positive, I hope. Either way, I try to give other people positive responses, but it doesn't always happen with other people. Keep your chin up, folks, and let me know what you think. I appreciate you watching. Thank you. I am Dave, the man from the East, the true solver of this poem and treasure hunt. So when you realize it, let's get on Jack's ass about doing the right thing, right? Thanks. Okay, folks, we already brought in T.S. Eliot. You understand where that's used in. Now we're going to bring in J.D. Salinger and why Forrest talked about him, how it fits into this poem, and clues and hints. Here it is. Now you can't get much more dead as canasta than that, can you? As dead as canasta. Oh, did you notice that smile? Maybe you folks are starting to get it now. I'll be back again tomorrow. I got a couple more things coming out. Thanks.